Shoni Mulika Mtaa. Now today we have a very open-hearted guest. Yes, you can start by your name.
Yes, my name is Ambassador Ester Waringa, the founder and president of Public Service Governance. And
for today, you can tell us the occasion of today, because majorly that is what we want to talk about, so that watu wa mtaa, they can get to know the occasion of today and how vital it is to them also.
Thank you very much. Public Service Governance is an institution that is working towards peaceful, accountable, responsible and divine governance in the Republic of Kenya. And today we are glad because we are having one of our key functions, because we realize that there is great need to eliminate the electoral process in Kenya and general elections. Therefore, today we are having a fundraiser to be able to realize our objectives, especially on the financial obligations. And equally today, we wanted to address the issue of politics in Kenya. I think when we see politicians dividing the country, when we see political temperatures going high at such a point as this, we question the electoral process. And that is why PSG is saying that yes, Kenya can do without elections. And that is where we are birthing the Kenya Bila Uchaguzi initiative, coming mashinani.
Yes, Ambassador. You see, there are so many people, maybe they don't know you. They would love to get to know you. What was your first business encounter, and what was the challenge? Because you see, that one is also important to them, so that they get to know who is the founder, who is Ambassador Esther. So many people would love to know you as a person.
I started small. I think after I left Form 4, I started selling a caddy shop at next to State House. Then from there, I joined a Jasmine consultancy firm, health consultancy firm in Lavington. From there, I had already completed my studies, and I joined the International Committee of the Red Cross, where I was a regional administrator. That's when we were taking care of the Kigali genocide, 1994. I was the regional secretary at ICRC. And then from there, I joined the Plan International as a facilitator for peace programs and community-based initiatives, and also helping them in strategic planning. And from there, I joined the United Nations Children's Fund, where I was facilitating the human rights approach to programming as a program in Kenya and the continent. And from there, I rose to the highest level of consultancy at the UN level. And from there is when now I decided to establish public service governance after visiting some very suffering democracies in the continent, like Burundi, Somalia, Sudan. Like Sudan, I was there, I was working for UNICEF Sudan, right during the height of war, during the Garan's, Dr. Garan's season or reign. And I was there engaging the government of South Sudan. By the time I left Sudan, I was already fed up with the electoral system, because what the continent is suffering right now is democratization meltdown as a result of electoral processes. So when I came back to the country, Kenya, and seeing 2007, 2008, our president, His Excellency, the Honorable Uhuru Kenyatta, the deputy president, and other great Kenyans going behind the bench at The Hague, I asked myself, what is elections? And Kenya burning up, birthing IDPs after every 5 years. I said, no, we can be able to birth leadership through another new system, away from elective system. Therefore, by the wisdom of God and by His grace, He gave me an ideology that we can be able to birth the Kenya Bila Uchaguzi initiative, or public service system of government, where we introduce or we establish service-centered governance. That means we only task those people who are supposed to give us services. And who are they? The ministries of government. That means the new system of government that we are proposing without elections, we will be shouldered by the ministries of government only. And my dream is that we devolve all the ministries of government from the national level through the current devolution structure. We take them to the counties, we take the ministries of government to the constituencies, and then at the wards, we reinstate extension officers. That kind of a structure, a service-centered structure, then we don't need politicians. We don't need the political organ of government. And we also don't need elections. And all the money that goes into elections, we are going to use it to pay the teachers well, to pay the doctors well, to pay the nurses well, to pay the entire public service well, so that they can give us the services. And that is why you see even the Senate is unable to develop that revenue allocation bill, because we have politicized practically everything. Right now, the country is suffering because of the political differences, hatred, and all these abuses that we are seeing by our political class. All these as a result of the anticipated election 2022. And we are telling them we are eliminating elections before 2022. So those who are campaigning, you better stop and focus on national development, because PSG is bringing a new system of government where we give the ministries of government only services agenda to the people without the political class. And it is possible, for all things are possible, and anything that has a beginning has an end. The democratization meltdown we are experiencing is telling us that elections have come to an end. Elective system imeisha. The political way of leadership is gone down the drain. Therefore, it is time to birth something new. And the new thing, the new revolution in Kenya is called public service governance.
Ambassador has said it all, but I have only 2 questions. During pandemic, we have faced a lot. I've not heard of even the government or any institution related to government talking about even the women who have lost their jobs. And I've come to realize your initiative that you're bringing is so nice, to a point it's going to help everyone. 1.7 million of people have lost jobs. What would you tell them? What is your take on that?
Thank you very much. One thing we want to say, Pores, very sorry to those who have really are going through hard times as a result of COVID-19 negative economic impacts. Yes, we are aware that people have lost jobs in a big way. But the most unfortunate thing is that all the money that we have been given by the World Development Agencies like the IMF, World Bank, and other governments, unfortunately, it has found its way to a few people in this country who have stolen the money. Reason being, they want to continue amassing wealth in their pockets to come and bribe voters in 2022. By 2022, no elections in Kenya. You better stop stealing, because we are going to stop that system that makes you people continue stealing so that you can continue campaigning for this country. Kenyans are tired. Kenyans are not ready to take the bribes to put you in. So to all politicians is that the political system is coming to an end. Number 2, this money still was supposed to help Kenyans, those who have lost their jobs, about 1.7 million. The money was supposed to be used to help them open up small businesses so that they can continue with their livelihoods. But unfortunately, the money has been stolen. So the good news is that we are birthing public service-centered government, and the public service-centered government is going to ensure equitability of resources. And we are very happy because all the money that is wasted in elections, all the money that is wasted in political parties, all the money that is wasted in electoral processes, all the money that is wasted to buy BVL kits and election materials is going now to Ndoko Mwananchi, na pesa zitakuja mashinani na zitatoka kwa the few people who are misappropriating these funds. Therefore, we are really committed as PSG to ensure equitability of funds. And the other good news is that all the huge expenditure that goes into election is coming now to Mwananchi. And the good thing also is that PSG will give power to Mwananchi, something we are calling self-governance to the people. They're the ones who know where water is. I mean, what amount of water they need, what roads need to be done, which kettle dips need to be done, which schools need to be constructed. Therefore, we are bringing development to the people of Kenya. They will be in charge of their own money, of their own budgets, of their own development. They will also monitor and evaluate. To the women of Kenya, I think it's a high time that women will prove our leadership capabilities and capacities. My question to those who are already there as members of parliament, governors, when we hear of women governors answering charges of corruption, We feel so bad as women of Kenya, and we are asking the women of Kenya to be role models. We must be role models so that other women can emulate us, and that is why we can never be able to pass a 2/3 gender rule, because are women examples of leadership? Not yet. Those who are in leadership as MPs, as governors, as senators, even as cabinet ministers, you are not showing us good examples. Show us, it's only a few, probably we can pinpoint here and there. Be the Wangari Maathais, that be the Mother Teresas. Otherwise, women, we must prove our capability and capacity. Actually, women, I'm not sure we want affirmative action. No, let us not get it for free. Let us work for it 24/7 so that we prove our capacity to lead this nation. Otherwise, we are going to experience the power of a woman, and especially right now, that even the PSG system of government is being established through the power of a woman in the Republic of Kenya.
Ambassador Esther said it all, strength of a woman. Check out Mulika Mtaa, and thank you, Ambassador, for giving us your time. We really appreciate. Thank you very much. And it also entails on how you also impact on youth. Thank you very much, and may you be blessed.
This country, to the youth of this country, we are great. We are strong. We are not the vessels to be used for elections. Tafadhali tuseme hapana na tukatae. Ati unapatiwa 50 bob, 100 bob, unakuwa worth that 100 bob. Ukipewa 100 bob unabao. Ukipewa 200 bob unabao. Tuseme ya kwamba youth to support public service governance yenye itatuletea projects mashinani. Kama youth tunataka kutoka leo tukure sweti yetu, lakini sio ile tunaletewa na wanasiasa. Na kwa hivyo nikimalizia, ningependa kusema huko mtaani tuko pamoja. Kenya bila uchaguzi ndio dawa ya virusi vya siasa katika Jamhuri ya Kenya. Na siasa kwa heri, elections kwa heri, uchaguzi kwa heri mashinani. Asante sana.
Ni hapa Mulika Mtaani. Enjoy it. Keep it locked. Gracias.
Thank you, guys. Honorable members, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My name is Ambassador Ester Waringa, the founder and president of Public Service Governance, where we are promoting one peaceful nation under the sovereignty of God Most High. Together with me are the members of the PSG Governing Council, Advisory Unit, the National Secretariat, and PSG Regional Leadership. Allow me to say that today is a great day when we are gathered here to be able to make a milestone forward towards the governance of our country. Allow me to remind this, or allow us to remind Kenyans this, that since independence time, Kenya has been governed through democratically elected leadership. The elected system of governing leadership has had its positives, but to a great extent has the negative impacts of electoral system of governing leadership has severely caused the country serious setbacks on economic, social, and governance spheres of the republic. The election setbacks have derailed economic growth of our nation, have also slowed development, and has crippled governance, and hence the country not able to move forward as an economy. The social sphere has been severely affected with every 5 years of electioneering period, Kenya birthing IDPs, internally displaced people, after every 5 years. The economic handle of the nation has been crippled by elections with very expensive electoral processes, very expensive campaigns, huge budgets, and expenditure that goes into sustaining political parties and electoral body, which could have been used to address humanitarian crises and other development challenges that the country is facing. It is time, therefore, to think beyond the elective system of governance and think of a peaceful, better, enhanced, responsible, accountable, and strategic direct leadership, where Wanjiko will deal with the government directly without the middlemen called the politicians. This is the solution that PSG is bringing on board. For any progress to be achieved in any area of life, change is inevitable. For any progress to be achieved in any area of life, change is inevitable. It is therefore time to embrace change in governance in the Republic of Kenya. PSG is facilitating establishment of peaceful, responsible, accountable, and budget-friendly system of birthing leadership that can be applied in order to avert the every after 5 years violence, divisive and expensive electoral processes that has today brought the country to its knees economically, socially and politically. The democratization meltdown that is being experienced in the country and has been experienced in all elective processes is a true evidence that anything that has a beginning has an end. Elections had a beginning, we are bringing them to an end. The end usually marks the beginning of another school of thought and the beginning of other ideologies that may give better solutions. Once a product has expired, its taste and fragrance, shape fades away. This gives an indication that the product is obsolete and is demanding for a better product to be brought on board. The state of elections, electoral processes in Kenya is demanding for a higher, peaceful, advanced and strategic direct system of leadership. Times can tell. In December 27, Kenyans held elections for presidency, parliament and civil positions. This was the most publicized and controversial elections between the incumbent and the opposition. The intense fight for presidency did not end until when the Electoral Commission of Kenya declared election results. Within a day, nearly all businesses in the Republic of Kenya were closed. The usually busy and full of life streets in Nairobi were empty within few minutes after elections results were announced. The country had already plunged into a small war in the name of birthing the next 5 years elected leadership. Between January and February 2008, hundreds of thousands of people were displaced from their homes. 1,000 people died of post-election violence in the Republic of Kenya. His Excellency the President, the Deputy President, and other great Kenyans were behind the bench at ICC to answer charges related to electoral violence. Crime exploded in densely populated areas. Streets in key towns in Kenya saw constant rioting until end of January. Business was looted and roads were rendered impassable in the country. Flights were cancelled, companies withdrew from Kenya, and many people lost jobs due to layoffs. The loss Kenya suffered as a result of electoral violence 2007-2008 was huge, was in millions of dollars. In 2013 election, and notably the aftermath of political party nominations held between 17th and 18th of January 2013, political unrest was evident in several parts of this republic. The social and political unrest that the country is experiencing now is towards elections 2020. This is a sign of poor electioneering processes. This clearly marks the failure of democratization and political meltdown in the republic. Violence has been known as an election time tradition, which often happens after every 5 years. It is here with us again. Now, it has started in our country and in a very bad and divisive way. Wanjiko is hurting today already in the country. It is now time to pause as a country. It is time to evaluate. It is time to eliminate elective system of governance in the Republic of Kenya. Allow me to share briefly about the negative social effects of elections. We are spending as an economy huge expenditures in terms of electoral processes, including voter registration exercise, conducting general elections, buying election materials, sustaining the electoral commission, campaigns expenditure, political parties expenditure, and numerous elections petitions at the Supreme Court of the Republic of Kenya that are never ending. Numerous elections budget. Right now we are about to ask Treasury to release another more than 100 billion election budget for 2020. Why don't we use the money to feed the people of Turkana and to erect systems of irrigation that are sustainable? Huge salaries are paid to the bloated team of elected representatives. How much are we paying to the governors, senators, women reps, MPs, MCAs, all of them within the same jurisdiction like a county? It is a huge expenditure. Money used by politicians to bribe voters. That is why today in the Republic of Kenya, all the money for COVID-19 has been stolen because people have now started amassing wealth towards now bribing voters 2022. We believe in God and we trust that PSG is going to work very hard to eliminate the elective system, and together we will not be able to do it alone, but together with the people of Kenya, we look forward to eliminating electoral system before 2022. Therefore, we request those who are campaigning to focus on national development, because there will be no elections in 2022. The negative social effects of elections, hate speech causing tribal divisions like what we are experiencing. Citizens are already divided on the candidates they support, and this is only a beginning. What happens in the next 2 years? Elections are triggering violence, tribal clashes and divisions. Elections have triggered disunity among communities. It is evident in our TV stations today. Elections is causing high rate of insecurity. It is evident. Elections is causing social confusion and loss of national focus. We have experienced that. Bad governance, corruption and selfishness. High levels of poverty caused by misappropriation of funds because of stealing and greed towards towards elections. And of course, elections cause lack of peace in the country. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to bring you the dossier to bringing to an end elective political virus that has eaten more than COVID-19. PSG is establishing now the new normal in government and in governance. The new normal is new, peaceful, enhanced, responsible, accountable, transparent, and divine style of administration without general elections. Kwa Kiswahili, PSG ni mfumo mpya wa serikali unayo wajibu wa kupatia wananchi huduma moja kwa moja bila uchaguzi kwa ajili ya amani ya kudumu katika Jamhuri ya Kenya. Public service system of government will bring peace, love, national integration and cohesion, will give full development mandate of the nation to the ministries of government and to the people of Kenya. PSG is establishing service-centered governance. Ministries of government will be in charge in all levels of service delivery, from the national level to the world level. Extension officers shall be reinstated at all wards to work with the communities at the grassroots. The system will give the power of self-governance to the people of Kenya, to Wanjiku. For the first time, Wanjiku will exercise the power of self-governance. Communities will be in charge of their own development. Ministries of government will be the supervisory and implementing agency. Ladies and gentlemen, as I come close to an ending, allow me to say that the Republic of Kenya can be governed through the public service system of government without elections, elected representatives and political parties. We don't need them anymore. The Republic of Kenya can be governed by the right people, because in every community there are always the right people reserved by God. In every of the 47 counties in Kenya, there are the right people reserved by God. Only that the public service system needs to identify them, who have the right heart like that of God to serve humanity, who have the right mind like that of God to serve humanity, who can do the right things for the people without being bribed, because they have the right feelings for the people of Kenya, particularly when we position them in the right positions of authority. That is why we are establishing PSG government. These are the right professionals at the right time of making decisions. They will deliver this country in order to achieve the right results for the Republic of Kenya, and indeed lead the people of Kenya to the right direction in order for them to reach the right destiny where people will indeed rejoice and glorify God forever. These are the right members to serve in PSG government in the Republic of Kenya. Honorable members, as I wind up, a time for peace has come in Kenya. A time for economic stability has come. A time for sustainable development has come. A time for Wanjiku to exercise self-governance and to enjoy all resources that God Almighty has endowed this country with has come. A time to enjoy clean drinking water in the country has come. A time to enjoy agriculture as a backbone of our economy has come. A time to drive on good tarmac roads to our doorsteps has come. A time for our children to learn in decent classrooms has come. A time to say no to corruption through exercising high moral standing and exercising God's divine authority in governance has come. A time for a new, great country that we have always longed for has come. Establishment of public service system of governance in the Republic of Kenya has come through the Kenya Bila Uchaguzi initiative. Allow me to say that this is an idea whose time has come. It's not stoppable. Why? Because this is the will of God the Almighty for his people to remain together and come together as one. Allow me to say that the will of God the Almighty is greater than the power of any man on earth.